Well, blaming victims of financial fraud is providing cover for criminals, according to an eye-opening study involving Nebraska and the rest of the nation.
The AARP Fraud Watch Network is calling for an immediate change in how these crimes are discussed, as victims don't want to come forward despite losing massive amounts of money. Channel 8's Danielle Kaiser joins us live with how researchers believe we can fix what they're calling a severe problem of underreporting. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning. AARP teamed up with the FINRA Investor Education Foundation for this study that most found fraud victims are already beating themselves up, believing that criminals con them. The organizations recommend that law enforcement, banks, and even media outlets avoid using language that can be perceived as blaming victims. They say it downplays the seriousness of these crimes and makes it difficult to tell how big of a problem we're dealing with, which could be as high as 24 times what's currently being reported.
Instead of using words like duped or fell for it, we need to put the blame on the criminal. That money was stolen from that person. They were a victim of this crime.
The Federal Trade Commission says financial fraud cost Americans nearly $6 billion. But again, the Nebraska Attorney General's office stresses the real cost is most likely much higher because so many victims are too ashamed to admit what happened to them. That means financial fraud could actually be costing Americans well over $100 billion a year. And if you or a loved one has fallen victim to financial fraud, authorities urge you to contact them right away. Your phone call could prevent this from happening to your neighbor or someone else in your family.